Howdy, guys and gals. Mikey B here. I know it's been a little while. How you doing today? I have quite a bit of stuff to go through, as you can see. One, got this bag of nickels that my dad sent me to go through. I probably should have my book. Uh, See if there's any fillers, any of these. But I got a lot of stuff to go through. I've got 5 rolls of $50. So the bank was able to give me recently. I've got what they were able to give me: a roll of pennies, a roll of nickels, a roll of dimes, and a roll of quarters. And then I started a new bank not too long ago, and they actually accept rolled coins. And this is my first bit of customer rolled coins, which should be fun. Um, so just get right into it. Sorry I didn't schedule this kind of spur of the moment. I've had a lot of stuff going on lately, and I just want to get into the mix of it and just show off some of the cool stuff that I've gotten and have a little bit of treasure hunt and see if I can find anything interesting. Who knows? You might find something in the pennies, something in the nickels. Could find something even in the halves, the quarters, or the dimes. You never know with this stuff, so it's always going to be fun. Um, I will get my nickel books real quick, though. Let me just get up real quick to do that. Where are the nickel books that I was working on? And that is the question. 1938 to 1961, 1913 to 1938. We'll see if we get anything for the nickel book. Who knows? Any luck, those customer rolls might be a bit of a gold mine, since I've never searched customer rolls before. I'm going to put my gloves on, since coins are disgusting. And I will go into its. There's a few purchases to go over as well. You can kind of see it there. I'm pretty sure you can see one of them. A really good deal at my local shop on this 2020 Mandalorian coin. So they're worth a lot more than what I paid for it. I think I paid just a little over spot for that, which I was really shocked to come across that. My main thing I love about this is it's 2 blue coin, but it doesn't have the queen on it. It's just got, I'm guessing that's the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm not entirely certain. I can't really read it very well, but y'all know what it is. This is my second one now. I might do a giveaway with that in the future, since I got such a good deal on that. And the other one I have, I won. And then I picked up this really cool early American Silver Eagle. I mean, it's a burnished eagle. It's no proof or anything like that. But it's been in somebody's book for a while. You can tell because it's got beautiful toning around the edges. It's just, I saw this thing in the case and was like, I have to have that. I love the toning on that. It's gorgeous. That's natural toning just from being in an old album from the 80s that had acid in it, which I think is kind of cool. And then I picked up a couple of tokens. Let's see here. This is a Civil War Michigan and Dickinson Company Civil War token. It's a fairly nice looking Civil War token. I'll do like a more in-depth video on these so you can see them better. So the live stream only does so much detail, unfortunately. Just a World's Fair token. It's pewter, not silver, but it's still pretty cool. I thought it was neat. I figured I'd pick that up. And then another better variety, silver or non-silver rather, but Civil War token. It's not silver, it's still cool looking, and I thought it was kind of neat. It's got the buffalo from the buffalo nickel on the back, and then there's a quarter from 1870, which I thought was kind of cool to pick up. It's a Canadian quarter. I figure some old Canadian silver would be nice to have. And then another old Great Britain, 1924. I picked that up because of the year. Y'all know my grandfather and my scoutmaster were both born that year, and neither of them are with us anymore. So, and then other purchases I've made since the last video I uploaded was there's this official mint set from 1971 from Israel, which I thought was kind of cool. A 1988 mint set from Australia, which I thought was kind of cool. The coins in here are pretty cool looking. I like these Australian coins. I've always been fascinated with. Even their bullion coins are cool. So there's the Queen on the obverse, and then the reverse. It's just a bunch of different cool animals and some plants, which I think is really cool. I like that. I love their coins. They're really creative. And the coins are in a spectacular condition. The case, not so much, because it looks like my cat's got at it. And then you know what these are. These are special mint sets. I've never actually owned a special mint set before now. So I've got a 1967 and I think a 1968. This one doesn't have a sticker on it for the year. So let me just double check what year this is. Oh, 1966, even better. 1966 and 1967. So I've got two of the special mint sets now that I did not have before. And then I got a bunch of stuff from the US Mint to go through as well that I've been meaning to go through for some time now. Did I not? I did not prepare for that by slicing the tape on this one. So let me just do that real quick so that I'm not sitting here struggling. I apologize about that. This is probably the only one that has not been pre-sliced, because all the others have been taken care of, and the paperwork inside was taken out months ago. This one, as you can hear, the gloves are sticking to the tacky surface. Anyway, so this one here is going to be the 2022 uncirculated coin set, Denver and Philadelphia. I'm not going to open that. Y'all know what 2022 coins look like if you've been following anybody else. But I'm going to leave that sealed just because I like it how it looks in its presentation box already, and I don't really want to open it. The other stuff I got from the mint, there's a couple of things here. USPS, how do you open? You are already untaped, so why can't I open you? Okay, apparently not. What I do with those. I thought I had cut the tape on these two, but apparently I was mistaken. It's been a long couple of months. Actually, it's probably been more like a year, if I'm being honest, since I've done any proper content. I don't remember the last video I did. Hey, Philip. SMS 65 to 68. Yeah. Oh, 68 was proof again. Why does this one say? Ah, that's why. That's why I was confused. Yeah, no, that was 60, 66 and 67. So yeah, I was just misinformed on that one. Check the dime in the 66 set for the 5 on the cheap variety. Ah, okay. I will just check that real quick then. Going to be in the new cherry pickers guide. All right, that's right. Nobody knew about that till recently, didn't they? Let's see. I'm gonna use my phone to zoom in on the dime real quick and see if it has a number on its cheek. If it, whoa, what are you doing? No, hey, what are you doing? Nobody said you could flip the camera around. So it's so difficult to get it to properly zoom. I don't want portrait, I want photo. I want to actually zoom. No, don't flip the camera around. I'm gonna have to take off one of my gloves for this one, unfortunately, if I want to zoom in properly. Where exactly on the cheek is there a number 5? Wait, a number 5 on the cheek. I'm not seeing anything that stands out, but I could be wrong. I don't even know what I'm looking for, honestly. Like, is it like just a number 5, as in like a date numeral? Like they just got stamped on the cheek somehow, or is it something else? How have you been doing, Phil? Long time no see. I've been kind of distancing myself from YouTube lately, and I don't like that. I I haven't been online in a long time. My goodness, this does not want to open. This is one of the ones that has their like fraud tape all over it. So this is probably one of the proof sets, if I had to guess. So I think I got a proof set, a silver proof set, and a uncirculated set. So this is going to be the 2022 silver proof set. I'm going to leave, well, I mean, I guess it's already kind of in its own little box. So I can show that off pretty easily. That way I don't have to worry about showing off the uncirculated set because you get to see all the coins here in the silver proof set. It's just all going to be the same coins either way. No, it's fine. I'll look online and see what I can find. Uh, Pretty small. Isn't a date numeral? How did a number 5 get on the cheek if it's not a date numeral? That's confusing to me. All right, so here is the obverse of. I mean, this is more than just a mail opening. Honestly, this is just a bunch of stuff that I've been meaning to do for some time. So there's the obverse of all of the dime, the half, the penny, the nickel, the dollar, and then all of the quarters, which I do not like George Washington on the new quarters. I do not like it. Do not like the design at all. I think it's ugly. Personally, I think it's ugly. I liked the original George Washington quarter design, And then I kind of liked the one for the state parks, but they had to go and just mess it up. And then there's the backs of all the coins, and then all of the 2022 American Women quarters in stunning silver proof. Those coins are absolutely gorgeous. I love the silver proof sets. The coins that can be silver in those, the designs just pop so much better on silver than they do on a regular proof. And I mean, this is just this I did open this one and I took out the paperwork and everything. That one was already open. That's just the regular 2022 proof set. And I still got to get the 2023 stuff at some point, but that's neither here nor there. I'll deal with that when I deal with that. Let's get the U out of the way. Let's get the U out of the way. And you can see one of my cats ate a hole in the bag. So I've been having to be very careful with where I place this bag of nickels, because otherwise they're just going to fall out everywhere. And I can see a dime in there, which is interesting. I don't know how that got in there. All right. So I really only need a few things for the Jefferson nickels, honestly. Maybe some upgrades. The Buffalo nickels are where I'm hurting the most. I don't have a 38D or a 38S. I don't have a 39D or a 39S yet. I don't have a 46D or a 46S. I don't have a 47S. I don't have a 48S, which is, I guess, relatively low. 1949S, 1950, 50D. I don't have either of those. I don't have a 51S. I don't have a 52S. I don't have a 58. And for whatever reason, my 1960 is taped in the book. So I guess it did not want to stay put. I just got tired of dealing with it, so I just taped it in, which I probably shouldn't do because tape adhesive is going to be stuck to that nickel now. What should I go through first? Should I go through the bag from my dad? Should I go through some of the rolls? Should I go through these two, my very first customer wrapped rolls, since my new bank actually accepts wrapped coin and I have the chance of actually getting wrapped customer coins now when I go in, if they have them. I don't know what to do here, honestly. I'm not entirely certain how to handle going through so much stuff. I guess I could start with the easy part. I've got this giant tote of foreign coins to go through at some point too. I kind of went through them a little bit on a live stream, but I mean, I'm certain there's some silver in here. There's some random tokens in here, some aluminum. I mean, there's an actual nickel. That doesn't go in there. But I'm fairly certain there's at least a little bit of silver in here. Why is there a 1983 quarter in there? And 19, okay, that's American. That's also American and not silver. I mean, that alone right here, that's a silver coin. I know that. I mean, that one alone I can pick out as a silver coin. I'm not sure about everything else in there. There's another dime in there randomly. There's just some random American coins interspersed into there. What's this? A really nasty, dirty state quarter from Ohio with a sticker on it. I'm just going to toss that back into circulation as well. I mean, everything else in here I think is just foreign. Oh, nope, there's a $50. 1984. That's just face. And then there's a pressed penny in here. from Cedar Point, I think. Yeah, Six Flags. It's a pressed Batman ride flag or coin penny from I don't even know when, honestly. But it's the Batman ride at Six Flags. That's cool. I like that. I've always really liked pressed coins. They're fun. And there's a random another quarter and another quarter and another quarter and a nickel and a dime, none of which are silver, so I don't know why there's just random American coins in here. But I'll go through all of this another point in time. Right now, I want to use this tote to put all of the coins that are going to be going back to the bank in, so that I can just carry it back into the bank with me and just dump it all in there when I go. All right, so I guess I'll start with a big bag of nickels, because these are from my dad, and I've been holding on to these for a while now. I have no idea how many nickels are in here, honestly, or if I'm even going to find anything worthwhile. He did not look through these himself, so I guess I'm just going to look for anything older than 1961 and see if there's anything that I might need for the book in here. Hello, Alistair. Good morning. How you doing? Well, I guess it's afternoon for me. It's 1:37 in the afternoon. That's a 2019. I can go in here. I'm just going to grab a handful at a time and go through these a little bit at a time. I apologize that the camera is not more zoomed in. I do not know how to do that with my webcam just yet. I know it can do so. I just don't know how to control it, and I apologize for that. I'm going to need my phone for a lot of this, I think. Oh, come on. Eh. All right. Nope, don't flip the camera around. I was trying to zoom. Come on now. All right. I obviously need to be zoomed in with the camera before I do any of that, because I don't even know where my jeweler's loop is at the moment. So I'm a little bit discombobulated, and I apologize for that. That is a more modern nickel, 2012 Denver. My eyes still are not the greatest, so I have to use some sort of assistance to figure out the dates on these. 2019. Probably going to be a bit of a long live stream, so. It's always morning. Yeah, that's true. Especially if you're always tired. If you're always tired, it always feels like morning. That's in 1972. $19.99. I'm going to save these two customer wrap rolls for last. I feel like those are going to be the most interesting out of all of this, honestly, because that's my first time ever going through customer wrapped rolls, and it's just going to be fun, I think. Stay tuned in the future. I may do a giveaway on that Mandalorian coin I picked up. I'm not entirely certain yet. Since I said I got it for a little over spot, I got a really good deal on it from my local shop. I don't think they really looked into it when they priced it. So 1985. And it is my second Mandalorian coin as well. I won the first one from Sue Hatton, actually. You haven't seen if she's uploaded in a while. I haven't really been paying attention to YouTube as much lately. 1946. Do I need that? I am not thinking I am, but I'll take a look anyway. 1946. Oop, one of the nickels popped out of the book. Hey, who said you could close, camera? It's a 1954. 1954 popped out of its spot in the book. Rude. Ooh, stay in your folder. So that is a 1946. If it's a Denver or a San Francisco, I need you. But I don't remember how to check the mint on these ones. I think it's on the back by Monticello. Honestly, I really should have gone into this more prepared than I did. Back right side of Monticello. That's what I thought. Back right. I do not see a mint mark, which means it's a Philadelphia, which means it's the more common of them, which I should have figured it would be since there's 161 million of those. Only 45.3 million are the Denver and 13.6 million the San Francisco. Trying to find a Denver or San Francisco from 46 is going to be a little tricky, so we'll see. Maybe I'll strike it lucky on this bag hunt that Dad sent me, but we'll see. I think this is just all the nickels he's been pulling out of his change. It's a 1939. Is that right? Oh, that can't be right, can it? That thing looks too nice to be a 1939. Ah, it is a 1939. All right. Has it got a mint mark? Sadly, I don't think you have a mint mark, nice, Mr. 1939. Nope, no mint mark. But I mean, this 1939 is in a lot better shape than I thought it would be for as old as it is. Look at that thing. That thing is pretty decent for a 1939. That is in really good shape. Well, again, I think the one in the book is in better shape. So back into circulation, maybe into somebody else's collection. You shall go. Oh, Monticello can be doubled on the 39. Oops. Well, I tossed it back in, but I think this is it right here. Let me just double check that this is the 39. Nope, that's the 46. Where's the 39? Are you the 39? Yes, that is the 39. All right, let me see if Monticello is doubled. Like the building itself? No. Oh, the writing underneath Monticello. Let me take a look. If I can get the camera to zoom. I'll put it aside. It does not appear to be doubled, but I will take a look at it later. Monticello and 5 cents are doubles worth $100. Wow. All right. Well, that's good to know. I will. I'll keep that in mind. I will definitely take a look at that once I get a chance. I may have to look at the 1939 that's in my book as well. See if that's doubled because it's in even better condition. Come on, camera. Let me tap the 3 times. There we go. All right. So this next one is 1954. I don't need anything from 1954. How have you been doing, Alistair? It's been a little bit. I have been away for much longer than I would like to be. I just, with the coin shortage and the inability to get roles, I haven't really had much will to film even my regular pickups. It's just been a slog. 1973. I don't think the book I have goes that far up, so I'll just toss that back. This one is pretty slick looking. What year are you? "1946. Is it a Denver or a San Francisco? Please, 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 please have a mint mark. Please have a mint mark. Please have a mint mark. Please have a. And you don't have a mint mark. Of course you don't. Super, super common. 1946. This is a more modern one. 2012. I'm not really interested in the modern ones so much. I like the older ones. The older ones are nice to me. 1988. Well, hopefully you can get everything figured out, Alistair. 2000. I just switched insurance providers not too long ago, so my stuff's all sort of changing over too. Hey, camera. Is there a way I can tell you to not shut it off? Because it just closes itself after it just closes itself after a while. Anyway, I can't make it not shut itself, I don't think, after a bit of time passes. So it's just gonna have to be constantly reopened since I don't know. Hang on, I gotta do something real quick. Sorry, somebody that I don't really want in the channel popped up on the channel. I already hid her from the channel. but I'm trying to figure out how to block her. I don't know how to block. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know how to block somebody. What is that? Sorry you're going through all of that, Alistair. That really sucks. I am glad that it didn't get to the point where you couldn't walk at all, though. So it is good that you caught it when you did, because that can be very dangerous. It's a 1987 nickel. And if they have work they can do to help you with that, that'll be even better. So 1959. Don't need anything from 1959, and that one's too well worn for me to care. Yeah, no, I mean, we definitely take our health for granted. I have been very stubborn about my own with my foot and not getting the care I need to get that taken care of as well, which I have recently started making sure that I actually do stay on top of, because pain in general is just no fun. 1977, the book doesn't go that far. 2004 and another modern. 2001. Sorry, sorry for taking time out on the stream to try to figure out blocking somebody, but that was somebody from my past that I have cut all ties with, and I don't know why she thought it was okay to come into the live stream and even comment. Uh, if anybody here is a moderator, if you could block her, that'd be great. Actually, Alexander, I'm going to give you moderation. I'm going to give you moderator privileges, Alexander, and I'm also going to do that for you, Alistair. That way, I don't know if either of you know how to block a person from the channel. If you could block the one that I hid the comment for, that would be grateful, or that would be great. I'd appreciate that. I don't want to have to deal with that while I'm trying to have fun. 2002. Yeah, it is a pretty big pile, isn't it? This is all just the nickels that was in the bag that my dad sent to me, just random change that he's been going through and just saving. This is a lot of stuff. That's a modern nickel that's really nasty looking. I'm just trying to see if I got any hole fillers for the book for the nickels pretty much at the moment. And if anybody knows any errors on the ones I mentioned, just let me know and I'll keep them aside to see if there's anything worthwhile. I don't really know much about errors on nickels, unfortunately. This is just mostly modern nickels, 2006. Here's a little bit of an older one. Let's see what you are. 1941. I have all of the 1941s I need, so unless you have a mint mark, you're going to go back in the bin. You do not have a mint mark, so you go back in the bin. It's been a long time in the making, this video. Some of it I've had for months, some of it I've had fairly recently. Like the rolls you see here are fairly recent pickups, just basically what my bank was willing to give me. And then over here, you can kind of just barely see there are 2 customer wrapped nickel rolls. My very first set of customer wrapped rolls that I've ever had the privilege of being able to go through. I'm going to save those for last because I think they're going to be the most exciting, honestly. They could be a huge letdown, but I mean, that's the whole fun about this. You really don't know what you're getting. Even with just Brinks rolls, you don't know what you're going to get. Come on. Okay. I can't keep reopening my camera, so I'm going to try to see if I can find my jeweler's loop. I have an inkling of where it might be, and I'll be right back. Ah, I was right. Okay. All right. The phone camera was just getting annoying because the phone camera, just closes itself if you don't take a photo every so often. Three dots. 3 dots. Can you do that on? Can you do that on? I don't know how to do the 3 dots on. I don't know how to do the 3 dots on my laptop. Honestly, I don't see a 3 dots on her page. It says report user or block user. Yeah, I mean, I'll figure it out. Block user, but I mean, I can't find that on the browser. I'm on browser version of YouTube, not mobile, so I don't know how to do that on mobile YouTube. Port user. Oh, apparently they're already blocked, so I have no idea how she even commented on, unless you did it for me, which if you did, I appreciate it. Thank you. But I just went and found the block, and she's already blocked, so I don't know how she even commented. I have no idea how she was able to comment. That's a 1995. Let's say 2000. What? This is so much easier than using my camera to look at these things. My gosh. "2007 Philadelphia." Welcome back, Alistair. Welcome back. Now that I have my jeweler's loop, I can actually take a look at that 1966 dime much closer and see if it has the number 5 on the cheek. Teeny tiny number 5 on the cheek. I'm not seeing a number 5 on the cheek. but I mean, maybe I'm not zoomed in far enough to be able to tell. Well, let me check the Monticello on this 39, see if there's any doubling. I don't see any doubling on the Monticello, and I don't see any doubling on 5 cents. However, there is another 1939 in my book that I can check real quick, like, and see if Monticello was doubled on that one as well. Yes, I did. It was exactly where I thought it might be. So there's no doubling. Whoa, wait a minute. Hang on. Maybe there is. No, there's actually doubling on Monticello on this one and on 5 cents. Yeah, that version of the 1939 that I'm holding my hands has the Monticello doubled and the 5 cents is doubled. It's in pretty good shape. So I'm just going to replace that one with the one we found. If that is a doubled Monticello and doubled 5 cents, it's worth way more than something that would be worth putting in a book. Well, that's a modern. That's one of the Buffalo new Buffalo nickels. That's not worth anything. Yeah, no. If it is what I think it is, I can just barely see some doubling on Monticello. Like the O in Monticello has some extra lines. So do the rest of the letters, and then 5 cents has some extra lines that it does not look like it should have. I don't know how I didn't catch that before I put it in the book. Yeah, I figured there weren't any 3 dots on the right. It was just I had to click on the flag icon on their page. Yeah, I had to click on the flag on their page, and that was how I did it. It was report user, block user, and it said unblock. So I already had her blocked. I must have, when I hit her from the channel, that might have blocked her. Honestly, that might have done it. Yeah, 39 double. That's something. I was not expecting to find a coin worth $100 in my folder. I wonder if there's anything else in the folder that I should look at to see if there's something worth more than folder fodder. Well, at least I had a 39 to replace the doubled one with, so cool. Yeah, I mean, just look at the condition of this thing. I mean, it's not the best, but for a doubled Monticello, I mean, that's in pretty good shape. I may have to send that out for grading, actually. That's actually really cool. That alone has already made my day, and I could probably edit the title of the live stream once it's uploaded. I found a 1939 doubled Monticello. Right, $100. It's definitely worth more than face value. A whole lot more. That's a 1994. I don't really care about modern nickels so much. It's I really only like the old nickels, and I don't know why. I just like the design so much better. That's a 1999 Philadelphia. Yeah, no, it's a Philly. It's a 1939 Philly. I don't have a Denver or a San Francisco yet for 1939 somehow. I guess they are pretty low mintage. But I mean, when you've got 120 million of a coin, there's going to be some issues down the line every now and then. There's a 1994. Let's grab another handful. Boy, I love the sound of picking up change like that. I have not done that in so long. It's just such a satisfying sound. I did have another roll of quarters that was out in my car that I was going to go through for this video. However, I needed it to get gas. So I just quickly opened it, looked through, see if there was anything I wanted to keep, which there wasn't, and I just handed it to the teller at the clerk at the gas station when I paid. It's like, here's $10 in quarters. Hopefully you need it. Hey, 1940. That's a pretty rough looking 1940. Do you have a mint mark? Nope. Back you go. That's a modern. I don't care about the moderns. That's a 2000s, and it's still technically modern. 2003. Let's look at these older looking ones. This one's got some wear to it. 1946. Is it a Denver or a San Francisco? Please have a mint mark. Ah, why? I never get the mint marks on the 46s. American and Canadian coins are really nice. I do like Canadian coins. I have a folder for the Canadian pennies since you can't get those anymore. There's a 1996 Philly. There is a, whoa, come on, Jewel Zoop. 1960, but I don't know what is going on with this. Looks like the edge is a bit smashed into the date. I don't need any 1960s though, especially one that's in that rough a condition. Here's another older looking one. What are you? 1979. Nope, my book doesn't go that far. Sorry. 1998. I really should get another book or some newer books so that the coins don't fall out of these, because these are just books I got from my dad at some point that I've just been filling from 1938 to 1961. I really should get more books for coins at some point, like modern ones that aren't going to have issues with the coins falling out of their holders. British large pennies. I see auctions where they go $5, $6, $7. Coin store and buy them for a dime. See, I really like the large pennies. The UK large pennies, like the cartwheel pennies, all of those, they're so pretty, and they're expensive over here for whatever reason. But since it's over there, they're so much cheaper. It's going to be the same thing with older US coins and older Canadian coins over here. They're going to be cheaper over here than they are over there. That's just where you are locale wise is what makes the difference. So another 1946. Does this one have a mint mark? Nope. I really need to start a set of large pennies at some point, both Canadian and the UK. I don't think I have any Canadian or UK large cents. I only have American large cents. $85. This is more modern trash. Gonna go back to the bank and get me some money. 1984. If anybody knows any errors that are significantly valuable other than that 39 double Monticello that I should be keeping an eye out for on nickels, please do inform me, because I know next to nothing about error nickels. 95. I don't have any large British pennies, unfortunately. I don't have any large British pennies. I don't have any large Canadian pennies. I haven't gotten around to picking them up yet. I may have actually. Don't take my word for it. I may have some large British pennies. I'm not certain. I would have to look in my treasure box of foreign coins, because I've got a little wooden treasure box that I put all of my foreign coins and some of my silver coins into. But I just sold a crap load of. Oh, sorry. I try not to swear on the channel when I can avoid it, and it's been so long. I've sold a whole bunch of my silver recently, because needed to pay some bills, and I know I can just get it back eventually anyway. So I'm not too worried about it. 2004. Part of the fun of accumulating the silver is being able to have the option to sell it if you need to, for me at least. I know that I can do so if I have to because I can always find more. 42D over horizontal D, 43. So a bunch of stuff in the 40s. All right, I'll keep an eye on my coins from the 40s. Sounds like 42 and up have some errors. That's a modern one, 2017. I really don't like the look of the modern Jefferson nickels. I really don't like them. I don't like his side-facing profile at all. And I don't like the creepy forward-facing profile. Cheapskate auctions. I'll have to show my box of foreign world coins at some point. I need to go through the bin because this right here had a bunch of foreign coins I got from my dad at one point. I need to go through those at some point, probably on a live stream. See if anybody can help me point out anything that may or may not be silver. I know there's one in there for certain that's silver. It's an old Mexican coin, and I know that that's silver, but I know it's only like 30%. It's a 1970, but I don't think yeah, the book only goes up to 61. I really do need to get more books. There's a 64. I need to get more books for my nickels and other coins at some point. There's a 2020. I don't care about the modern ones. They're just, to me, they're ugly. I mean, I feel bad calling them ugly, but they're unappealing to me, I guess I should say, rather than ugly. Because ugly is just being mean to the coin designers. To me, the eye appeal on the modern nickels is not there. I don't like the creepy forward-facing Jefferson. I don't like the other side profile of Jefferson. I don't like the designs. Lewis and Angela, Mike, if you don't know. Yeah, I think I know cheapskate coins. I haven't followed a lot of stuff on YouTube in a long time. Numista, are you talking about the app? I've got the app. I could probably just do that off camera and see what I got. Yeah, Numista app. Yeah, I've got that. I think that's what it is. 79 type 1, type 2, 81S type 1 and type 2. Well, 81S you're only going to find if it's a proof, right? Then those are proof coins. I highly doubt I'm going to come across any proof coins. 1994 matte finish. How do you get a 1994 matte finish? Was that in a set? 1997 matte finish. Were those in sets or were those in circulation? There's a 1946. Do you have a mint mark? Nope. Of course not. I've come across a bunch of 1946s, but not one of them has had a mint mark yet. Maybe I'll get lucky with those customer wrapped rolls, though. We'll see. 2021. 1964. My book doesn't go that far, so I'm just going to toss you back into circulation. Yeah. I have not had much time for YouTube lately, unfortunately, both uploading and watching. I have not had the time for it lately. I do miss a lot of the channels that I used to watch frequently, but I mean, there's just so many of them have changed over the years. Henning, those are the fake nickels, right? How do you spot a Henning nickel? He made them in like one particular set of years, didn't he? With this the particular set of dies that he created. Black Beauties. See, now I'm always confused when it comes to Black Beauties. So 1959. Do I need a 1959? I do not need any 1959s. Error reference Henning. I will check that out when I get a chance. Actually, I'm going to open that in another tab real quick so I can read that. I mean, I've read about the Henning Nichols before. It is. It very is. And I just got a new girlfriend about 7 or 8 months ago. So a lot of my time has been, rightfully so, being invested in that relationship. And I've been investing a lot of time in my own self lately because I have found out I have a lot more to work on than I honestly knew about. Ah, yeah. So the 44s are the easiest ones because they don't have the mint mark on the back like the silver war nickels do. That's right. That'd be cool to find a Henning nickel. I'd like that. What? You're in 83. In the mid 1950s, Henning's minted what is now known as Henning nickel. He made counterfeit nickels 39, 44, 46, 47, and 53. Wow, that is a large range of dates. 64. The book doesn't go up that far, so I'm just going to toss you back. I need a better 1938 at some point. My 1938 Philly is in really rough shape, so I got to try to find a replacement for that. Yeah, a war nickel without the war nickel mint mark would be quite suspicious. 1952. I need a San Francisco. Are you a San Francisco? No, you're not. You're a Philly. Yes, a video on the Henning Nichols would be awesome. I think that'd be cool, Alistair. Especially if you have one to show off for the camera, for the video would be awesome. I don't know if you own any. I would love to get my hands on a Henning nickel at some point. 1940. Well, there's an oldie. Is there anything to look on in 1940? There's no mint mark, so it's a 1940 Philly, and it's in rougher shape than the one I have in the book, so I don't know if I want to care about that. But you said, yes, if you own one, and yeah, I mean, if you own one to show it in a video would just be awesome. Um, 79S type 1, 79S, nickel album. 49D over S, 54 S, S over D, 55D, D over S. I don't know what I have for all of these. I have a 55D, but I don't know if it's D over S. I'd have to look. 49. I do have a 49D. I'd have to look at that one to see if it's anything. You know what? I'm just going to look at my red book after I'm done with the stream and take a look at the book because I was able to find a nickel in the folder that shouldn't have been in the folder already. So I'm just going to, when I get done with the stream, I'll have to just take a look at the folder and see if there's anything that I need to take a look at that might not deserve to be in there if it's an error or if it can have an error, because popping out that 39, I was not expecting to notice that it had doubling on it. Racketeer nickels are awesome. It's very difficult to have the provenance to say that it's an original Racketeer nickel, though. So it's very easy for somebody nowadays to just take one from that time frame and just plate it and say that it's a racketeer nickel. Yeah, I own one plated racketeer nickel, but I mean, there's no way to say if it's a period done racketeer nickel or not, honestly. Yeah, no, more than likely anything sold as a racketeer nickel nowadays is not going to be a period version of a racketeer nickel. Uh, it's just going to be a modern. Why? Why do I never find a 1958 Philly? I always get the 1958 Dangers. And again, I think the Philly has a lot less minted. Yeah, mine's definitely. I don't know. Mine does look a little dull. So, but it could just be an older modern. I mean, the fact that it still is the no sense nickel is still pretty cool. I just wish people wouldn't make them plated and call them racketeer nickels when they really are just modern plating versions of a no sense nickel. I'd rather have just a plain no sense nickel than a modern plated racketeer nickel. Honestly, I would rather have just a no sense nickel. If I was gonna make a pun, if that makes any sense. Oh good. Now we're devolving into puns. Oh my gosh. Uh, it's a good day when you start making puns. 2016. 2001. I do have one of the 1990s West Point dimes, though. I made a trade with somebody for that. I forgot what I traded them. I think I traded them some silver for it, but it's a really really beautiful version of it that's in really good shape. 59. I don't need any 1959, so I can just go back in the bin. 1896 campaign. That's funny. Silver plated Indian head. Is that an actual period dated or period plated, like the Indian head scent that you have that's silver plated? Is it a modern reproduction or is it actually from his campaign? Yeah, the West Point dimes are really pretty. I had to get one when I found out about it. Like I love West Point coins. There's just few and far between made there. The racketeer nickels. I do love racketeer nickels. They are fun. I really need to just try to find myself a no sense dime that hasn't been plated at some point. 1975. My book doesn't go that far. My phone is buzzing at me, so I'm going to see what that is. Just a bunch of notices that aren't really important. 296W. Oh, yeah, the 96Ws are great. I love them. Mine is a uncirculated variety that was pulled as soon as it was found, I believe. It comes with a bit of paperwork, the one I've got. I don't know. It's in really good shape, though. I like West Point coins. I was really happy when they did the West Point quarters. Like that just made me laugh and do a happy dance. All right, I found a 1952. Does it have a mint mark? No. I only have one 96W, and I don't know if I'll ever find one in circulation. But if I do, I'm going to do a happy dance. Yeah, I think so. It's the West Point nickel from 2020, the one they gave out for free with with one of the sets from that year. Or how do you get the West Point nickel? Am I mistaken on that? Was it not one of the sets that they gave it out for free on? Because I know they gave out a bunch of nickels, two different versions of the nickels. Yes, I have the 2020 West Point nickel. I have the West Point pennies, and I was really disappointed when COVID hit and we didn't get any more included in the sets afterwards. I was really disappointed that they stopped that. I'm also highly disappointed that they have changed tack completely for the American Liberty medals, both silver and gold. They were supposed to have been a different ethnicity of Lady Liberty every couple of years. And then they just completely did a complete 180 and went the opposite direction and made the newest one a freaking horse. Yeah, no, I've got them still in their folders, actually. I have not, I've been meaning to send them for grading. I just haven't gotten around to it. In fact, I think 2020, I have two sets of them. It might be the pennies I have two sets of. I'm not sure. One of them I have two sets of. They are absolutely gorgeous, though. I love the West Point coins that they included for free with the sets. That made me super happy that they did that, and I was really sad that they discontinued it. I really hope they will pick that back up again and give us more West Point coins when we order sets, because I will order sets way more often if they do that. I mean, I already intend on ordering one set of each year, but if they do something like that more often, I will be more inclined to buy more than one set, is what I should say, I suppose. 1990. Any of the nickels I don't list off are past the cutoff for the book, in which case I just really couldn't care because it only goes up to 1961. Either that or they're modern and they're just nasty, or they're just dirty and nasty. Yes, I was able to get a Bugs Bunny raw mint state variety from an auction with they didn't realize it was a Bugs Bunny at first when they put it in the auction. And then it was pointed out that it might be, and she looked at it and it's like, oh, it is a Bugs Bunny. It was Lady Bullion back before she became what she is now. I miss her old channel, I do, but I mean, I still am subscribed. She got rid of her memberships, unfortunately, but she hasn't really done any of the fun stuff that she used to do lately, as far as I know. I haven't really, like I said, I haven't been staying on top of YouTube lately, though. So 1954, do I need anything from 1954? If it's a Philly, it'll probably be an upgrade, but it is not a Philly. It's a Denver, and the Denver I have in there is already in good shape. So no, I love my Bugs Bunny. I need to get it graded. I need to get it graded and attributed. I've got it in a pile of coins that I want to get graded. All right. The Bugs Bunny coins are just so cool. I personally, I think it looks more like vampire fangs than Bugs Bunny teeth. Well, that's just my opinion. I do like the moniker of the Bugs Bunny Benjamin Franklin, though. 1964 is past the cutoff for my book, so I'm not going to pay attention. Ooh, that is a really nasty 90s nickel. That's a modern nickel. I can already tell by the front-facing portrait. 1952. What do we got here? Do you have a mint mark? And are you an S? No, you do not have a mint mark. You've got some interesting wood grain to you, though. I mean, it could just be dirt. To me, that just looks like it could be dirt, but it almost looks like a wood grain. It almost looks like a woody penny does, kind of like the streaks. But I'm pretty sure that's just dirt. I'm fairly certain that's just dirt. I need to get the W mark. Oh my God. Is that the gold? The like 24 karat gold Merc dime? I want to get those at some point. The Merc dime, the I want to get the gold versions of those old coins so badly. I'm gonna have to like seriously start saving for it. I need to do that. Like it's only a 1/10 ounce. Man, that makes it so much more affordable. I think that's going to be the first gold old coin variety that I get then, because I love Merc dimes. I absolutely love Merc dimes. I was so stoked when I won that folder off of Rick G with almost every Merc dime in it. There's still a few that I need for filling the holes. And I don't know how I'm going to do that because one of them is the ever elusive 1916. No, I don't like 24 karat plated coins. But I do like that they made an actual solid gold version of the Merc dime. I do not like gold plated coins. I will pull them out of circulation and keep them as a conversation piece because, I mean, it's a minuscule amount of gold that I'm saving from circulation. But, I mean, I don't like gold plated coins. I'm not going to go out of my way to get a gold plated coin. Yes, the OGP for those coins are just gorgeous. I love them so much. I probably will go with a slabbed variety as well. However, I am going to want to get a raw one at some point too. For me, a 10th ounce of gold is going to be a lot easier for me to get than anything larger. I love that they were creative with the OGP. It was just so beautiful. Is that the one that's kind of like a bit wavy, if I remember right? It's kind of like curvy. 1980. Like giving me a bunch of modern nickels. I don't want modern nickels. I want to look at the old nickels. 89. I mean, I guess 89 is still technically old at this point. It really does look gorgeous as a display. 1947. Do you have a mint mark? Oh my gosh, you do! Huh? I got a 47 Denver instead of a 47, which had 95 million. And actually, I think it's an upgrade for the book, so I'm going to put it over that one. That's cool. That makes me happy. I got a mint mark. I love finding mint marks on the old coins. It just makes me happy. I do have all of the war nickels in the book already. A lot of them are in very, very rough shape, but I do have the war nickels in the book. 76. That's beyond the cutoff for my book. That's a modern. And you are 1982, so I'm not really interested in you. Philip, you were here when I was showing all the other stuff, but Alexander, were you here? Were you here when I showed off the the purchases that I got? Alex, I don't know if you were. Yeah, 24 karat plated just ruins the numismatic value, I think. $19.90. So exciting to get an old nickel that actually has a mint mark on it. There's a 1954. Or do you have a mint mark? Ah, you have a mint mark too. 1954 Denver, although it's in much worse shape than the one I have in the book. So into circulation you go for somebody else's collection. I'll let somebody else get happy about finding an old nickel with a mint mark. Man, it's so fun to just collect stuff. Like this here is one of the things I picked up recently, a 1988 mint set from Australia, the Royal Australian Mint. And then I've got the full set of coins, proof, silver proof, and uncirculated set from 2022. I need to get this year's set at some point. Then I've got a special mint mark set that has a numeric, it has like a serial number, which I think is interesting, but it's a set from Israel, a mint set from Israel from 1971, which I think is kind of cool. I got a bunch of tokens, some Civil War tokens, which I think is really cool. It's not silver, but it's more one of the better varieties of this particular token. And it's got the buffalo on the back. And then I got a Great Britain 1924 sixpence. Those of you who know me will know that 1924 was the year my grandfather and my scoutmaster were both born, and then neither of them are with us anymore. So I try to get things from 1924 when I can. And yeah, I thought it was so cool when I came across that Israeli mint set because I've never seen one. Yeah, it's 1971 Israel mint set. Yeah, 1971. Special mint mark set. It's got the serial number and 1971. I got it really cheap too at my local shop. Did I get a huge score? Or you're saying you got one. That's cute. I like that. That is so cool that I love being able to connect with the community on things that we collect. I need to get more gold. Actually, I don't even think I have any gold on me anymore other than gold plated stuff. I sold all my gold as well to pay some bills, and that included the bit of nuggets that I had that I'd got for a steal. Oh wow, 1968. I love Israeli coins. They're so pretty. I would love to have been able to get one of those 1968 Israel sets. They're just, I don't know. To me, they're just very gorgeous. I love the designs on the reverse. And then the shape of that one on the end there, to me, is just very pleasing. I love the squigglies and the wibblies. And then the weird design on the front, on the obverse, where it's just kind of like the rim is included into the coin, kind of like a little crescent. I do love foreign sets. They are fun. I don't get many of them. That's a modern nickel. That's another modern nickel. That's another modern nickel. 97. Yeah, no, I do love foreign sets. I don't get to pick them up often. If I see them and they look eye appealing, I'll pick them up. And then there's a World's Fair token, which I thought was pretty freaking awesome. Like, I love this thing so much. It's absolutely gorgeous. The back, I haven't even really looked at. The back is gorgeous too. But it's from the New York World's Fair in 1964. And it's pewter. And then I picked up another Civil War token, which is actually a Michigan Civil War token, which I did not know even existed. I'm gonna do a video on the tokens at some point so you can get a better, because I can get a much better zoom and much better image of I can get a much better image on those kind of things with recording with my phone than I can with this webcam on a live stream. So I'm gonna make a separate video just for that pickup at some point. And then the most gorgeous pickup I had at that time as well was this early American Silver Eagle that has clearly been in somebody's folder set collection for a very long time because it has gorgeous toning around the edges. I mean, look at that golden toning. I love elongated pennies. That's actually really funny that you mentioned that because one of the things I showed off at the beginning of the video was actually an elongated penny. I don't know where it has gotten to. Oh, here we are. This is from Six Flags back in like the 80s or 90s. Batman. Oh my gosh, if you want pennies, hit me up, Alex. I've got like 75 pounds of copper pennies. I have 75 pounds of copper pennies, pre-82 copper pennies, and none of them are even Wheaties. Some of them in there are Canadian, but they're all copper. I have a bunch of copper pennies, like those glass jars that I fill with copper. Every time I hunt through pennies, I pull aside the copper and toss it in those jars. I have so many copper pennies. I probably have a good like at least 20 pounds of copper Wheaties as well. Well, I mean, copper Wheaties. I say copper Wheaties. I really shouldn't just say copper Wheaties. However, ironically, this bag here, when I went into the bank just to do a couple of things, I asked if they had any loose coins, and that kind of got the whole day started off. There are 45 cents, 45 steel pennies in this bag. There are 45 steel pennies in this bag. Press pennies are so cool. I love press pennies. Are you looking for vintage press pennies or are you looking for modern press pennies? Because I'm not super attached to that Batman one. Ooh, 1941. Do you have a mint mark? I found a 1941. Let's see if it has a mint mark. It does not. And it's in really rough shape, so it's going back. All right, well, shoot me a private message and I will see if I have any others other than, I know I've got more than just this one. I think I've got a Timon and Pumbaa from Disney as well. From like way back when the movie first came out, The Lion King. And we can work something out on the press pennies. Just let me know what you think they'd be worth, and we'll go from there. Just send me a PM when you get a chance. Another 1941. You don't have a mint mark either. How did I get two 1941s in a row? That's really weird. I do like press pennies. I don't particularly collect them, but I do like them. They are fun. That's a modern. I think I only have one. Ooh, that's a Canadian nickel. Well, it's not a Canadian nickel, so in the bin it goes, but it's probably going to get spat back out by the machine, unfortunately. 1979. I love Oh, I never even thought about using a steel penny to do pressed pennies. Oh, that's brilliant. I really like that. And then there's the ones that press like nickels and stuff. You can use like the old Canadian silver nickels on those nickel press machines. Oh, you can use 1/10 ounce generic silver rounds too. I've got a whole crud ton of 1/10 ounce rounds. So that's pretty much the only like generic silver that I kept a hold of was my 1/10 ounce rounds because I got an entire tube and a half of them. I'm saving those for like really hard times. Some machines don't accept those. So what? It'll just eat it? Oh, the silver Canadian nickels, you mean? Don't let you put your own. Some of the machines don't let you put your own coin in, so they just have a coin already in there, and you just put in 50 cents, and it just gives you a pressed coin. That's kind of boring. That's really boring. I like being able to put my own coin in and knowing that it's the same coin I put in. 1/10 silver. So I mean, I guess that makes sense that it wouldn't. Does it just eat it then if it doesn't accept it, or does it spit it back out? I mean, 1/10 ounce of silver really isn't a whole big loss if it eats it, but I'm gonna have to check that out. See if I can get a some silver pressed designs. Oh, it doesn't even accept it, so it doesn't even go into the machine. I mean, I guess that works. I went to Salem recently, and I got a pressed penny there. That is a really damaged 1985 nickel. Oh my gosh, what is going on with you? Your date is all sorts of squash. Eh, well, that's interesting. I will definitely have to bring some of my 1/10 ounce pennies with me next time I go anyplace, or 1/10 ounce rounds anytime I go somewhere that's going to have a penny smasher. Because I would like to get some smashed silver. I think that'd be cool. Ah, that's cool. I do like the coin presses. They're fun. I like the ones where you have to crank it yourself. Those are the most fun. Hey, what? What? Are you kidding me? Um, I just got something I was not expecting to get in this bin of nickels that my dad gave me. Boom! We got a buffalo. Yes, they would totally make their money back. Unfortunately, there is a bit visible of the date, but I'm probably going to have to nick a date it to get a date. But yeah, my favorite pickup that I did recently was this 1988 burnished or uncirculated American Silver Eagle. It's not a proof or anything, but it's I mean, just look at the gold toning around the edges, man. That is just beautiful. And then the other thing I was able to pick up was a Mandalorian Mythosaur coin, rather. The 2020 Nayu Mandalorian Mythosaur. The I got it for a little over spot too, so I might do a giveaway with this at some point since I already own one myself. And since I didn't spend that much on it, considering they're worth way more than I spent for it, like everything I've seen on eBay, they're going for like 60, 70 bucks. Yes, I'm thinking about doing a giveaway on that at some point. I need to have more content though before I do any giveaways. I don't want to just go straight into a giveaway. Because that'd just be weird, in my opinion, to just have no content for so long and then suddenly just random giveaway. I mean, yeah, it would draw attention to the channel. Hey, a random dime. That's not a nickel. One of these things does not belong. One of these things is not like the others. Oh my gosh. No, the Mythosaur coin, I'm definitely probably going to do a giveaway on that at some point. So just keep your eyes open on the channel and keep a lookout. 1959. Do I need anything from 59? I do not need anything from 59, but does it have a mint mark? It does indeed. It has a Denver mint mark. It's in worse shape than the Denver that's already in the book, though. Mini coins are fun too. I love mini coins. They're so fun. Glasgow Central. Looked at one with the dies. They say also expensive to get made with your own dies. Locations of the penny wheel machine. Yeah, I love the penny presses. They're so much fun. I like the ones where you just like it presses it with the tray slot that puts them in, like that does the pressing. Like it drops it, and then as you press it further in, that presses the penny. But I also love the ones that have like a wheel or a handle on the side to hand crank them, because those are fun too. Like I really love the ones with the hand cranks or the wheels. Those to me are the most fun. Hey, another dime. One of these things is not like the others. One of these things does not belong. I'm going to do that every single time I get a coin that doesn't belong. So I'm thinking, in order to get content, I didn't even think about it, asking my bank if they'd be willing to do this. I'm thinking I'm going to start buying bags of nickels and pennies every now and then from my bank. Just get the full bag of the twice of the value of the box and just spend $50 on a bag of pennies and then $200 on a bag of nickels at some point. That's not a nickel either. That is a 10 pence, a shield pence. That's a 10 pence shield pence. What are you doing in there? £1. Wow, that's expensive. It used to just be 50 pence or 50 cents, didn't it? I love really tiny coins. Like I've got a Roman minim and I absolutely love it. The minim is such a beautiful coin. Like I would die happy if I was to go metal detecting in the UK and found one for myself. Found in 1952. Does it have a mint mark? Nope. That's so strange that I mean, I guess inflation. Artificial inflation, but still. That's a modern. It's a 19. Wow, that is a really nice looking 1965. My God. Look at that. That's a 1965. That thing is gorgeous. I'm half tempted to keep that just because of how beautiful that is, even though I don't have a book for it. I think I'm going to keep that. And I need to nick a date that buffalo nickel and see what I've got. I actually have the Nicodate on me, but I'd need to get like something to dip it in afterwards to clean it off, because I don't want that Nicodate sitting on that nickel for too long. 1959. Denver. Why is it that some of the mints that actually have mint marks are more common than the ones without mint marks? Like 59 Denver is more common than a 59 Philly. That's just, I don't understand that. I live in Michigan. I live in Michigan. So I get a lot of Canadian stuff. But I absolutely love foreign coins. I would 100% be willing to do trades with people in other countries for coins I do not currently have. Like, I want to get a last issue of the Elizabeth, and I want to get a new issue of the new king with him on it. So my gut tells me that it's probably going to be a very short reign. 1940. What do we got for 1940? I have, if it's a Denver, it's probably an upgrade. It is just a Philly, which is not an upgrade. Three spare elongated pennies from George. Yeah, I don't mind setting up a trade. I've got a few elongated pennies I could get rid of. There's only really one that I really want to keep, and that's the one that I got when I was in Salem. $1963. My book doesn't go that far, but do you have a mint mark? No, you do not. I'll have to try to, a good place for me to check for something like that would probably be the Michigan Welcome Center on the border of Michigan and Ohio. They might have something like that. I will do a search and see what I can find, if I can find you one. That's cool. I've always wanted to hunt UK coin bags. There's so many cool things you can find over there. Unfortunately, you can't find any precious metals. But it is what it is. The 1949, do you have a mint mark? You do not have a mint mark, and you're in really bad shape. I would love to go to Scotland someday, though. I absolutely would. I do have a question for you that has been bugging me lately that my girlfriend asked. Tartan. Not all plaid is tartan, right? Like, there can be just generic plaid that does not represent anything, correct? Or is every plaid a tartan? I have so many pressed pennies. It's not even funny. I'd have to look through all of them. Hey, I got a 1946. Woo! Hi. Do you have a mint mark 1946? Of course you don't. I have a feeling it's going to take me some time to find a 46 with a mint mark. I thought the post office is supposed to give you bags of change. Isn't that like one of their duties is to give people change when they need it? 1953. Denver. Are you in better shape than the one in the book? I think you might be. I'm going to put you over your 1953 Denver variety. My bank won't give me rolls usually or boxes at all unless I have a business account. They did, however, last time I was there, tell me that I could do something easier to get a business account with them. I could file the paperwork for doing business as, or something along those lines. Here's another 1946. Do you have a mint mark? Of course not. I've come across. Are you kidding me? What? Boom, another buffalo. Let's see if this one has a date. Does, but it's not quite legible. So I've got 2 new buffaloes to nicodate. That'll be fun. I might make a video just out of nicodating those. Depending on how long this video goes, I might do it at the end if I have time. If I don't have time and nobody's interested, I won't do it. But that's so cool. 2 buffaloes already just on the coins that my dad gave me. That's awesome. That makes me so happy. That alone has already made this hunt worthwhile. Not to mention the fact that I replaced the 1939 in my book with one that had a double Monticello. I didn't even know I had something in there that was worth that much. Oh my God. This, again, it's you don't know what you don't know, right? I didn't know that was a variety. I didn't know I needed to be looking for it. So I just saw a date that I didn't have in the book and tossed it in the book. I will look to see if I can get a Michigan designed elongated cent. I'm sure it shouldn't be that hard to find one. 1959 Denver. Nope, not in better shape than the one in the book. And some more moderns. More moderns. More moderns. $1958. All right, there we go. There's an older one. Do you have a mint mark or not? Because I need one that doesn't have a mint mark. Yes, you do have a mint mark. Dang it. And it is not in better shape than the Denver I already have in the book. So I'm not going to bother trying to deal with that. Oh, junk. Well, these 2 are ones that need to go in the book. So I'm going to put those over here while I quickly grab another handful, since some of these have come off of the sorting mat, unfortunately, which is literally just a placemat. That's cool that I got 2 buffaloes so far. That makes me happy. Now, if I could get some hole fillers, that'd be cool. 66. That's beyond where my folder goes, and it's too rough for me to carry. 2001. So many modern nickels. Business or have the coin loose card issued from the post office. I ended up coming up with Lloyd's bank account. Well, hopefully you're able to get some coins and hunt through them, because hunting through coins is, I love the feeling of hunting through coins, even if it's just loose coins. It's just so much fun. Like, you have no idea how excited I am to be just going through this bag of steel pennies, because I have no idea where these came from. I have no idea if there's any like weird ones in there or not. I mean, weird is a relative term, I suppose, but 1948 without a mint mark. Nah, I do not need that. 1968 is beyond, and that's when they started putting the mint marks on the front of the coin. That is so strange. Can you maybe look into what they told me about here in the States, doing business as for a business account with the bank? Because if you're doing it for your YouTube channel, you should be able to just file a paperwork for doing business as, and it'll be much easier than trying to get like an LLC or any other kind of business for your channel. 1971, 84, modern, 1964, which is beyond the cutoff of my book, and it doesn't have a mint mark. To be able to send the UK coins to American coin collectors would like them. Be nice to know how many would be interested in them. I would absolutely love UK coins to hunt through. My God, that would be so much fun. I would love that so much, to have a bag of coin hunt from another country, or even just like a box of Canadian coins to go through. Something other than my usual would be interesting. 1968. Oh, hey, that's a San Francisco. Neat. 1968 San Francisco. I'm going to hang on to that. Something tells me that's going to be harder to come across. 1957. Do you have a mint mark? Surprisingly, no. Which, oddly enough, the one without the mint mark is the harder one to find, which is kind of funny that I found the harder to find. So I found a harder variety to find today, so that's kind of cool. I have no idea what the mintage on that 68S is, though. Okay, it's my first San Francisco nickel, so I'll hold on to it. First San Francisco for the day, at least. Ew, that was a really gunked up 95. I don't know what happened to you. You were gunked up modern. Modern. Ooh, hey, 1939. It's the oldest one yet. Do you have a mint mark? Well, I guess it's not the oldest one because of the buffaloes, but it's the oldest Jefferson so far. And no, it does not have a mint mark, and it is in rougher state than the one in the book already, so I'm just going to toss that back for somebody else to find. 1964. Do you have a mint mark? You do. In 1964, Denver. I don't know what the mintage on the 1964 Denver is, and I don't have my red book on me, so I'm gonna hang on to the ones that have mint marks for stuff beyond the book. Hey, 1947. All right, what do we got? Do you have a mint mark? You do. You have a Denver mint mark, and you're in better shape than the one in the book. So that's a replacement. Woo! I'm gonna put that over with the replacement for now. That makes me happy. I found another harder to find variety. All right. Appreciate it, Alistair. Appreciate it. 1964 Denver, 1.7 billion. Oh, well, 64 Denver. Well, if there's 1.4 billion, I'm tossing it back in the bin because that's going to be easy to find once I have a book for it. And it'll be more fun for me to find it roll hunting anyway. What about the 68 San Francisco? How many of those were there? I mean, San Francisco's got to be harder to find, I would think. Red book lives on your desk. I need to get a new one. I haven't done a giveaway on my red book in a very long time. I have not updated my red book in a couple of years. I'm really out of date on my red book. Bunch of modern nickels, more modern nickels. 1940. Hey, there's a good one. Do you have a mint mark? No. No, you do not. Are you better condition than the one in the book? Looks to be roughly the same.
100 million. I mean, I guess that's less than a billion, but still, that's an awful lot.
I mean, it is in really good shape though, so I might just hang on to it just because I liked the condition of it. I'm gonna save on to it and put it in a book when I have a spot for it. Ah, no, don't fall off the coin mat. I mean, it's not really a coin mat, it's just a place mat. Don't fall off the mat, please. 100 million is an awful lot minted. And it's not in the billions, so 76. Is that just a really squashed Denver? I think that's just a really squashed Denver. I thought that might have been doubling at first on the Denver, but it just looks like it's squashed. And the old mint marks look so different than the new ones. Nasty looking modern coins. 1943. Really? Did I just find a war nickel?
I did. I found a war nickel. Thank you, Dad. Appreciate that. That's a 1943 Philadelphia. I got silver.
That's awesome. Oh, that's great. I love it. Oh, that makes me super happy.
I got a war nickel. Woohoo! I thought that might have been a war nickel with it, but like with the grayish black toning I saw staring back at me from the table, but I didn't want to just assume it was. So I just waited for its time to come up and then looked at it rather than pulling it out of the pile and looking at it on its own. That makes me happy. Yay! We got 2 buffaloes and a silver just from the stuff from Dad.
That's awesome. It really is. It really is. It's such a thrill to be able to fill a book on your own. I mean, it's more of a thrill to do it as the years are progressing through the book, like to be able to put brand new ones in that you pull directly out of circulation, for me at least. But being able to go back and find some of these harder to find coins and just fill them in is such a thrill. Rigged. Oh, good grief. 1964. 64. No, that's beyond the date of the books, and I don't really care. What are you? 1949. 1949. Do you have a mint mark?
You do not.
And you're in worse shape than the one I have in the book. That's a modern. What year are you? Oh yeah, totally rigged. 1946 again. Let's see. Do you have a mint mark? Survey says. Wah wah. No mint mark. Get all these 1946 nickels and not a single one of them with a mint mark when there's 45.3 million of the Denver. Granted, there's 161 million of the Philly, but still, you'd think I'd have found a Denver at least by now. 1949. Do you have a mint mark? I just got a semi-key date. Okay, so a little context here. One of the ones I'm missing for 1949 is the 1949 San Francisco. There are 9.7 million of them. And I just got one.
Boom! Slot filler. Man, this hunt is already off to an extreme streak. A slot filler, a silver, 2 buffaloes. My goodness, and like 3 upgrades. Oh my gosh, this is a happy day for me right now. Oh, totally rigged, right? Totally rigged. Oh no, wait, 4 upgrades and a slot filler. One of which is a semi key date because it's 9 points. I mean, I guess it's not really a semi key date. I don't know. Would that be considered a semi key date at 9.7 mil? I know this 1950 Denver is definitely going to be at least a semi key date because there's only 2.6 million, and I highly doubt I'm going to come across one of those. Same with the 1939 Denver with only 2.5 million. I don't think I'm going to come across any of those, but oh my gosh. Oh, I've got such a rush from finding that slot filler 1949 San Francisco. Seeing that mint mark on the back was just like a shot of endorphins. Oh, gotta love the happy chemicals. 1939. Do you have a mint mark? Survey says no. Wah, wah. Well, I'm glad y'all got to be here with me for at least finding the slot filler. That was so cool. I wasn't expecting to find a slot filler. 1957. Do you have a mint mark? No. And it's in worse shape than the ones in the book, so I don't care about that. That's a modern. I don't care about the moderns so much right now because I don't have a book for them. I'll probably care about them at some point when I have a book to care about them for. But right now, I don't care. I know that sounds a little callous, but I don't like the modern nickels. I just don't. I mean, the 90s and 80s nickels, they're okay because they're still the old design, but I'm not a fan of the new design of the nickels at all. And even the early 2000s, I think they still had the old design. So, I mean, there's at least that. But yes, this has been a good day so far. All right, well, take it easy, Alistair. Hopefully things get better for you, my buddy, my friend. Hopefully things get better. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it with me, hunting through a myriad of nickels. Good grief, I don't even know how many nickels there are here. He just gave me a bag filled with nickels. He said, have fun. I might have to give him a call after this and let him know what I found. It's so cool. 2 buffaloes and a war nickel and a slot filler and 4 upgrades. And I'm not even done yet. Not even done yet. Although I wouldn't nap on a couch. You can get back pain napping on a couch. I would try to sleep on a bed if you can. That's just my suggestion, though. Every time I sleep on the couch, I wake up with either a headache, neck pain, or back pain. 1957. Does it have a mint mark? Survey says no, and it's in rough shape. So I'm not going to keep you. I know people that save every old nickel they come across. I am not one of those people. I will put it back in circulation for those people to find. Found in 1941. Does it have a mint mark? No, it's in also very rough shape. All right, what do we got here? We've got a 1981, and the year I was born. I think that's the first 1981 nickel I've seen so far. That's interesting. 94. What do we got? Yeah, this looks a little older. 79. Not as old as I thought. This one looks a little older too. Nope. Even younger than the 79. It's an 84. Those are both modern. I don't care about those. Well, after this, I guess I'm just going to get straight into the, well, I don't know. I almost kind of want to go through these next, the steel sense, because that's going to be fun to go through, I think. 64 past the cutoff for this book, so I'm just going to toss that back. Into the wild it goes. Bunch of moderns, handful of moderns. Oh, that is a lot of moderns in a row. 2004. Ooh, here we go. Another old one. 1946. Do you have a mint mark? New. 91. 2000. Modern. 89. 88. This is so much easier with my jeweler's loop than it was using my phone's camera to zoom. Like, I don't know why I didn't just try to find the jeweler's loop before I even bothered going live. That would have made more sense. Would have made more sense. Going through sense. Oh, God. Still on that endorphin rush with that slot filler. Hopefully everybody else is having a wonderful day so far. Oh, that one is just nasty. It's got some sputz on it. More moderns. 1978 is past the point that that book goes, so I'm not gonna. Hey, another dime. Look at that. That's cool. I'll take it. It's extra money. Here's an old one. 1954. 1954. Does it have a mint mark? It does indeed. Denver. Which, oddly enough, is the one with the highest mintage. And I already have a really good one in the book, so I don't need it. All right, what else we got? 1979. Don't care right now. 2003. Here's an older looking one. 1950. All right, we got a 1950. Actually, I don't have any 1950s. So that, whoa, 1950 is really low mintage. What? Huh? 9.8 million and 2.6 million. Okay, do you have a mint mark? No, you don't have a mint mark, but that's still under 10 million. That's another slot filler. Another slot filler that's under 10 million minted. Oh my gosh. I think it's Alistair that was taking off. Alex is still around. Philip. So that's 2 slot fillers so far. All right, 1957 with a star in between Liberty and the date. Do they all have a star in between Liberty and the date? They do. All right, 1957. Do you have a mint mark? Denver, of course. And it's not better than the one in the book. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I do it all the time too. 1978 is beyond the cutoff for the book, so I don't care about it right now. 1999, modern. That makes me really happy. I've had 2 slot fillers so far, 4 upgrades, a silver, and 2 buffaloes. Just in the bag that my dad gave me. Like, my goodness, this is... I should have figured the bag of coins that Dad sent me was going to be one of the better things for the hunt for coins today. I should have figured as much. But either way, it's all fun. I love going through coins, no matter where they come from, no matter what country they're from. I love going through coins. Well, I've never gone through other countries' coins, but let's see. We got an 87. That's kind of more modern. That is a really nasty looking 89. What are you?
You are a 2000 and something. You're modern. You're modern. You look old. What are you? 1954. And it does not have a mint mark.
Which oddly enough is one of the lower minted ones. And the one in the book is in better shape, so I'll keep that.
That's a modern. 1977 Denver, the really squashed Denver. 97. You are really bad. 96. Let's just grab this last handful manually because this is going to be the last of the stuff. Whoa, that was loud. I guess there's a freeze warning in my town at the moment from the National Weather Service. Good thing I don't plan on going outside today. Woohoo! It's a lazy day. I mean, it's already 3:26. My gosh, it's already late. I've been streaming for 2 hours. 1960. Do I need anything from 1960? 1960 Denver. Nah, the one in the book looks better than that one. What do we got here? What are you? You are 1999. Modern. What are you? You look older. 1961. The last date in the book. And it's a Denver, and the Denver I have in the book is like pristine mint state, so I do not need to replace that one. That's a modern. That's a modern. That's older, 1964, but it's past the book, so I don't care at the moment. 2000, modern. 1941, there's a nice older one. What do we got? Yeah. Do you have a mint mark? Not like I need any of you, but it may be an upgrade. No, it does not have a mint mark, which means it's the most common one at 203 million. I do love that the books tell you how many were minted for the years that you're putting them. Like how many were minted that year. I do love that little detail that they add in the Whitman folders. That's a modern. That's a modern. 99. You kind of tell the older ones just by the coloration, honestly. Here's a 46. Does this 46 have a mint mark? No. I should have suspected as much. That's a modern. That's a 2002. That is a 1976 in really rough shape. That's a modern. We got a 2004 and a 1991. So that is it for the bag of nickels. I am going to get up really quick and get a glass of water so I can stay hydrated because I have been here for 2 hours now going through that bag of nickels, and I feel like I should drink some water to stay healthy. So I will be right back. I don't know if there's even anybody still here or not. It does say there's 0 people, but that could just be wrong. So I know a lot of the times the data on the stream is not quite accurate. Surprisingly, my gloves are not filthy yet. All right. That's better. While we are fresh in the stream, I'm going to start first with the tiniest. And then I'm going to go up to the pennies, and then the nickels, and then the quarters, and then the halves. And then finally, I will search through the bag of steel cents and the 2 customer rolled nickels, because I mean, God only knows what's going to be in those. Customer rolled, you never know what you're going to get. Could be all brand new for all I know. Or it could be somebody's collection dump. Eh? I could get an entire roll of war nickels. I doubt that's going to happen, but it could. I've seen it happen before where somebody got customer wrapped rolls and it was all war nickels, so, or mostly war nickels at least. So you never know what you're going to get with a customer wrapped roll. Yes, hydration is very important. I take it very seriously. I even have an app that helps me stay on top of it, because I have not been the best in the past about staying hydrated. I've never found a West Point coin in circulation, not even the new quarters. So I'm hoping I can break that today, maybe, with a bit of luck. With at least that one roll of quarters. We'll see. I looked through the roll of quarters that I used to pay for my gas the other day, and there wasn't any in there that was worth keeping. So I just handed them all to the teller, or not the teller, to the clerk. I don't know. Do you say clerk or Clark? I know some people say Clark instead of clerk. 2008, 2020. I don't see anything particularly standing out at me on the edges of the dimes. I'm not going to hold my breath when it comes to dimes. The only time I've ever found a silver dime in a roll has been when I did a full box. I have done 2 full boxes of dimes and found 2 silver dimes in circulation with rolls. I have gotten more silver dimes from my bank's coin sorter and from change from restaurants and stuff than I have from rolls. So I'm not going to hold my breath on the rolls being anything worthwhile. There's another 2020, 96. I am so glad I had my jeweler's loop, because my poor eyes would not be able to handle looking at the tiny dates on these dimes without it. So 1982. So 96 is the West Point, right? So if I get any 96s, I need to look for a West Point mark. 74. It's the oldest one so far. 97. I don't know if there's anything I should be looking out for on dimes as far as errors either, because I really don't know errors very well. 2007. Hey, Phil, I think we actually filled the board on that nickel hunt with that bag. We got slot fillers, upgrades, silver, and buffaloes. 2022. Well, I wasn't expecting to find one so modern in that roll. 2017. 2013. 91. These will be quick. There's only so many of these. 2004. The half dollars are going to be the more time consuming, I feel, honestly. 99. 2020. 2014. How cool would it be for there to be a 2000 or a 1996 West Point in this roll, though? Like, that would just be the icing on the cake, I feel. 2020. 2005. Then again, I didn't really know I was looking for those back when I did the original boxes of dimes, so it's entirely possible that I had one and didn't notice it because I was just looking at the date and tossed it back because it was, to me, it was modern and I just didn't care and didn't know it even existed. '92. Man, I hate to think about that, so I'm just gonna go with it didn't happen. 2014. But I imagine how many other people have held a 1996 West Point in their hands when they got it back in change and didn't realize it and just went and spent it. Again, you don't know what you don't know, right? Ooh, hi. Man, these little dimes, they're so easy for me to drop. They're so tiny. 99. 93. Man. 98. 2000. We're skirting around the years for the West Point dime, but haven't touched the year for the West Point dime yet. 2001. 2016. Well, the years for these dimes are just all over the place. 2019. 2022. Last year. 95. I'm not even going to bother with the mint marks on these, honestly. I'm just going to say the years 2003, 2021, unless they're like super old. I'm not going to bother with the mint mark. 89, 2012, 87, 78, Denver. There's another somewhat old one. 2016. Hey, there's a 2000. Oh, wait, 2016. It's a 96 we need. Saw the 6 and got mistaken there. 2015. These are pretty much all just modern dimes. Honestly, I should not be surprised. 2022, 1997, and 1998. Well, I mean, that was a bust, but I should have figured as much. But it was fun to search through either way. So, all right, on to the pennies. And this is where the gloves start getting disgusting. Because pennies are gross. Pennies are super gross. The most heavily circulated coin gets the dirtiest. I really should have something to help me pry this roll open. Where's my sim extractor when I need it? You know what? I'm gonna go and get my SIM card extractor because that's gonna make this easier. I think I have it over here somewhere. I just don't remember where. I know it's over here somewhere. Well, that'll do. I'll use this. I'll use this instead. A paperclip. Paperclip will do. Paperclip will do. Paperclip will definitely do in a pinch. Oh, I found another elongated penny. When I got up to go look for the SIM card extractor, this one is in fairly rough shape though. But I believe this is the Timon and Pumbaa one I was talking about. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's Pumbaa and Timon. from The Lion King. It's fairly rough. I do not speak Spanish anymore. I do not understand that, unfortunately. Sobrenatural. Supernatural? Vamos brincar. Uh, I don't entirely know what you're trying to say there. Sorry. But yeah, I'm going through some rolls right now. Um, I went through a bag of nickels that my dad gave me, and I came across one silver, two buffaloes, two slot fillers, and four upgrades in that one bag of nickels. Um, so far we're doing pretty good, I think, personally. Anytime I can get at least some slot fillers, that's a good day for me. I don't know what I'm looking for the pennies other than copper, honestly. And I don't even have my scale in front of me, which I probably should. But welcome to the stream. Brainer Silva, is it Brainer Silva. Welcome to the stream. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. That is a 2022 penny. I don't think I have one of those for my folder yet. That's a 1983 Denver, which is not copper, so back it goes. 1989 Denver. I know there are some errors on the pennies. Right now, I can't be bothered. There's a 1981. That's a copper penny. I'm going to make a little stack of copper pennies. 1989. Another 1981. Another copper penny for the stack. $1964. Another copper. I'll take it. Shield penny. No, thank you. 2013. I do not like the look of the shield pennies. That's just me. They're just not appealing to me. I don't like the design. 1974. Another copper penny. There's another shield penny. This one looks to be copper as well. 1975. I'll take that. And at the very least, I'm getting a good chunk of copper for the bins. So be able to take some more copper and put that away. 1981. I do love pulling copper pennies out of circulation. 2002 Denver. 2018 Shield penny. I don't know what year that was, but it was a shield penny. 1976. I suppose I should be looking at the shield pennies to see if it's a 2022 or 2023, since I don't have them yet. But the 1974, more copper. 2004. 1999 Denver. I forget which ones can be the wide AM. I think it's the Phillies, right? 69 Denver. 2001 Denver. 71 Denver, but the one has got like a cud on it, which is interesting. You don't see cuds on the date very often, at least I don't. 2017 Denver. 2014. 2021 Denver. I'm pretty sure I already have a 2021 penny. And honestly, I can probably get a better looking 2022 than that one. So I'm just going to toss that back. If anybody has some brilliant uncirculated 2022 pennies that they would not mind trading me or just sending me for my modern penny book, I am fairly certain I don't have any from last year or this year yet. So I would like to have those varieties in my book. That is a really nice looking 1996 penny. $1983, not copper. The Shield penny, 2017 Denver. Shield penny, 2014. There's another copper penny. Oh, I was wrong. 1989. Whoops. $2,000 Denver. I don't think the Denver can have the wide or close AM varieties. If I remember right, it was just the Phillies. 2003. I could be completely wrong though. And I could be tossing back something that might have value. 2021. That looks copper. 1963 Denver. There's another copper penny for the pile. 2017 Denver. 2011. 2001. 2021. 2005. 1998. I can't remember what the variety was in 98. I have a list somewhere of all the varieties. I just can't be bothered to go and find it. I'm sorry about that. 95 Denver. Usually I go into this with the paper in front of me or the red book in front of me or something. So 2014. We've got a 1989. 2022 Denver in pretty rough shape. Ooh, this one looks beautiful. What year are you? 2022 Denver. I will keep that for the book because that was in really good shape. Looks like it has not seen much circulation. All right, that's it for the roll of pennies. I think from here, I'm actually going to take a break from the rolls and I'm going to go through this bag of 45 steel cents and see what we have. Because this could be fun too. I know they're probably all going to be super common, but I can't help but hope that maybe somehow there's a steel wheat penny in here that isn't supposed to be steel, by the 44 steel. We'll see though. I doubt it. 43. These are all really good looking too. 43. 43. 43. I was surprised my bank had so many steel pennies. I was not expecting this at all. 43. So far, it's all Philadelphia's. 43. 43. There's one in here that looks absolutely brilliant, though. There's another 43. 43. I mean, I'm not even going to bother saying the year if it's just a 43 at this point. They're just pretty much all just going to be 43 Phillies, I think. Yeah, it looks like this was somebody's collection of 1943 Phillies that they just dumped, or a member dumped, since they were pennies that the machine wouldn't take since they're magnetic. More than likely, that's how the teller wound up with so many of these, is they just got spat back out by the machine. Customer brought them up and said the machine wouldn't take these, I just want my money. And they didn't know what they had, because these are worth more than face. Well, not far more, but they're worth more than face. To get a almost full roll of steel pennies at face value is, for me, that was a huge score. This one, though, I'm not sure. This one, the back looks
gorgeous. Look at that. Look how bright and shiny that is. I don't know. Maybe that one's been replated. I'm not sure. You don't usually see steel scents that look that nice unless they've been kept in like an airtight container since 1943 when they were minted. Most of the time, they're just really nasty looking. That is not a penny. What are you? What are you? Are you a Canadian dime? What year are you from? 10 cents, 1973. Well, not silver, but still, it's a Canadian dime. I'll take it. They gave me a dime for the price of a penny. I'll take it. That's funny. I love it. I mean, it's a Canadian dime, and still, it's a dime for the price of a penny. There's another gorgeous looking one. What's going on with those two? Look at how shiny that is. Look at the luster. That has to be replated, right? There's no way that's an original luster on a steel set, right? That can't be original luster on a steel set. Somebody that knows their stuff, let me know what they think. But I'm fairly certain that's a replated because there's no way a steel set has that much luster and after this many years. I mean, even the front is gorgeous. Look at that. Look, this front is like got shine to it. I'm gonna put those two aside just because they're special and different. It's looking like these are all just 43 Phillies. I don't even know if they made anything other than Phillies. Actually, they did. There was a Philadelphia, a Denver, and a San Francisco for all of these, weren't there? I think. I don't even know if I have any steel scents in my book, honestly. Oh, hey. That one's cool. It's got luster and it's a strike through variety. The 4 is completely obliterated from my strike through like grease or something. I'm going to keep that one off the side too. That's funny. I like that. It's not every day you get to say you get to search through a bunch of steel pennies that you got at face value. Oh, there's another one with luster. What is going on here? How do any of these still have any shine to them? I mean, they don't look replated. Like all of the design elements are really crisp. Like that does not look replated to me. Like maybe those just have some natural luster left somehow. Like I don't know. It's weird. I might have to put those in flips. I may have to put the shiny ones back into flips to prevent them from getting damaged. There's another shiny one, but this one's like got some face wear to it, but it's still shiny. Like I don't understand that. How does a steel penny still have any shine unless it's replated? Like most of these are just terrible looking, but then there's these few and far between that still have some shine to them. Like there's quite a few actually, more than I was expecting. Way more than I was expecting to have any kind of shine to them. I mean, that's 6 pennies out of 45 that had still some original luster to them. Actually, no, maybe even 7, honestly. Well, that one kind of does too, actually. Some of them, not so much. Some of them are just really nasty looking. I mean, they're steel, so they're gonna rust.
Like that one just looks rough. But some of these are just in really good shape. All right, well, I'm going to put these back in the bag they came from, other than the ones I want to set aside. I'm going to have to put those all in flips at some point. That was really cool to be able to search through a bunch of steel scents, though. That was fun. I had fun with that. That was interesting. I was not expecting to be able to say that I could hunt through almost a full roll of steel pennies that I got for face value. So that makes me happy. All right, on to the next in this series. We will go on to the nickels next. The non-customer wrapped nickels, they Brinks rolls. I'm guessing these are Brinks rolls. I don't honestly know what company this is from, since I didn't see a box. I'm just guessing here when I say Brinks rolls. All right, get off of my gloves. All right, I don't know if I can see anything on the edges straight away, so I highly doubt there's going to be any war nickels in here, but there might be some slot fillers at the very least, so I'm going to keep the book open for this one. How is everybody's day going so far? Don't even know if there's even anybody still here or not. But I was very happy to have even the few people that I have had tune in. So, and it was some names that I actually recognized, so that was nice. Let's just pop the book open and see if we can find some slot fillers again. Let's grab the loop. I need that to be able to tell what I'm looking at. 98, modern, 99, modern, 98, modern, modern. Here's an older one. What do we got here? 1964, new. Book only goes up to 61, so at the moment I don't care about that one. All right, what else we got? 83, 2003, 95. Let's see. Modern, 2000. One of the peace treaty nickels. Those are kind of cool. I do like those. Modern. Ooh, whatever you are, you're beat the crud up. 1985, but look at that poor nickel. What has that been through? My goodness, that poor nickel has seen some harsh times. That nickel has stories. 1972. $1964 and 64 galore. Everybody's horror stories of hunting through nickels, I come across a ton of 64s. 75. Ocean View nickel. 2001. 1998. 1994. 2002. 1986. Modern. 1975. It's beyond the book, so I don't really care about it right now. 95. 2003, and modern. So that's it for that roll of nickels. My bank was only willing to give me one roll of each kind of coin to hunt through. Other than the halves I got the previous visit, they gave me 5 rolls of halves. So I've had more luck, honestly, with individual rolls of $half than I have with the box. The one time I did a box, I got nothing. I've had much better luck with just individual rolls. And that could just be an outlier. I do want to get rolls eventually of $half, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to. So for now, I'll just search through what I can. That is a very shiny edge, but something tells me that's just a brand new quarter. I would be remiss if I did not check the edges and then look anyway, though. Yeah, it's a 2022P. Nina Otero Warren quarter. So that's why it was nice and shiny. It's because it's brand new. Everything else is probably just going to be state quarters or other things like that. But it would be nice if I came across a West Point quarter in here. That would be quite awesome since I've never found a West Point quarter ever. 2013, 86, old original design. So I do like the original design of the quarter. 96, 2015, 2001, one of the early ones. 2002, another early one. 95. Oh, hey, here's something that could be something. Let's see. Nope, it's just a Philadelphia. But it is the Tuskegee Airmen 2021 quarter. But it's just a Philadelphia, so no dice. 1979. What are you? I can't quite make out what you are. Pictured Rocks. What year? 2018. 91. 2018. Bicentennial. The Sandwich Bicentennial, so no silver there. 2006. 2002, another early one. 2016. 2014. I am going to look up for some of the known varieties on these. However, I don't see any so far that have been potential varieties. It's a 2000, really early state quarter program. 97, 85. Do like the old ones. 86, So there's no silver in here, but still, I mean, there's a Washington crossing the Delaware. Let's look for the hat variety. Do not see a spike coming out of this hat. So there's nothing on that one. 2006, 1983, 2007, bicentennial, sandwich variety, really dirty 1979. I remember when I was a kid, I came across a green quarter. I thought that was really funny. Like somebody had just painted it green. 1987. Well, that was back in like the 80s or 90s. 2001. 2019. Lowell quarter. Are you a... Nope, you're a Philly. All right. All right. Well, so far I have yet to find in 2019 or 2020 West Point. We have a 1977, nice oldie. 1965, the bane of all coin hunters. 1965, 2 in a row. Just 1 year short of being silver. 2003. 2021. Washington crossing the Delaware, no spike in the hats. 1996. And finally, we have a Great Sand Dunes from 2014. All right. Without further ado, let's crack into these half dollars. These are going to be the fun ones because you never know what you're going to get with the half dollars. I have found more silver in half dollars than in any other coin, which honestly, that's kind of how it goes with half dollars. So really no surprise there for any of us in the community. I'm just happy to have some halves to hunt through since I haven't had any in a long time. Man, I have been streaming for 3 hours now. Good grief. At least I'm almost at the end. The end is in sight. I'm saving the best for last. So hopefully somebody is still there to be able to see this. Or you can always watch it on the playback. I always appreciate everybody that tunes in for my live streams. I do not see any silver edges in this roll, but we will take a look anyway. I know I'm taking more time than I need to go through these, but 1971, 72. I love the sound of a half dollar. They're just so clunky. 97, 71, 72, 86. Bicentennial. Hey, first bicentennial half. What is the sandwich? So 1997. Actually, I really don't even need the scope for these. 1981, 72. These are large enough that I can read the date manually. Sandwich bicentennial. 71. 74. Hey, you love a good 74. Are you a DDO? You are not a DDO. See, half dollars for me are the most fun to go through. Wow, that's got something interesting. How does that have toning? Look at that. That 71 has toning. It's not silver though. Yeah, no, it just sounds like a regular half dollar, but it's got toning. That's weird. Maybe it's just dirty. I'm gonna go with it's just dirty. 72. 97. Not even an NIFC so far. 95, 96, Sandwich Bicentennial, and a 73. 4 more to go. 4 more rolls to go. 4 more. And then I've got the 2 customer wrapped rolls to go through. Should be fun. Honestly, those should be probably the most fun of everything, because I have never gone through a customer wrap roll on a video before, live stream or off camera with the results video. So this should be fun, considering it is the first time I have ever gotten the chance to do so. And it's always like so wild how much smaller the rolls of $50 are, just because of how big of a coin they are. Sandwich Bicentennial, I think. Yeah, that's a Sandwich Bicentennial. Yeah, no, that doesn't sound silver. 71 again. 73. I don't see any silver on the edges. Even 40%ers, sometimes they can fool you though. 79. Sandwich Bicentennial. 74. Are you a DD? Oh, no, wait. Yeah. Are you a DDO? No. No, you are not. Mel, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong year. No, I have a 74. That's a DDO, right? In fact, I think I have a couple of them. Man, I love that sound of $50 clinking against each other. That's what money should sound like. 1981. No, honestly, silver clinking against silver. That's what money should sound like. But we don't get that. 1996. 1974, just a Philly, so no DDO on that. 71, Bicentennial Clad. 1990, 1974 Philly. 1971, 1973, 1996, 1977, 1972. So when I'm done here, I'm going to go to the bank that takes a rolled coin, and I'm going to try to see if they have anything worthwhile for another video. Or if they even have a box for me, maybe. Who knows? They might have a box by now for me, but we'll see. If nothing else, I'll just put the money in the bank and hold on to it, or pay bills with it. That's the great thing about coin roll hunting. You don't find anything. All you got to do is just put the money right back in the bank again. You're not out anything. You're only out the coins you keep. That's a suspicious looking edge. That could be a 40%, or it could just be really dirty. More than likely, it's just really dirty. Nope, it's just a really dirty 1995. 72. 71. So many of these, I see 71s with almost looks like somebody took a pair of snips to it. There's like just a gouge, a spike gouge in the coin. Yeah, that's a pair of snips. That's on both sides. That was somebody took a pair of snips to that poor coin. 1974 Denver and DDO. New. 79. That's one you don't see so often. 1996. 71. 71. 2001. I think the NIFC started in 2002, though, if I'm not mistaken. Plus, I don't really need more NIFCs anyway. 1971, 1972, 1974, Denver, NEDDO. Not that I can see. Plus, it's got some damage. All right. Wow, that is a really ugly 1986. I don't use ugly often, but my gosh, that thing is nasty looking. 1985. 1974 Denver. Any doubling? New doubling. All right, what else we got? 96. 97. 81. 72. And a sandwich bicentennial. 2 rolls of halves left, and then I get to go through my personal treasure, the customer wrapped rolls. I'll have to ask them if they have any customer wrapped rolls when I go to the bank later in just a bit. And since you don't dump at the bank you buy from, those nickels that are customer wrapped are going to be going to my first bank. So that I can check their coin sorter to see if there's anything left behind there too. And it's surprisingly, I think I'm going to have enough time to be able to get there and get things done. Because this is going... I mean, I had a feeling it was going to take a while to get this done. However, I thought that I wasn't going to be done before the bank closed. So, nice little surprise there to be able to actually drop these off. We got nothing standing out on the edges of these ones. There's kind of like a gold looking edge, but that's just 1984. We got a 1971, 1979, 1979, 1990, 1973, 1994, 1985. It'd be cool if I found an 87, since that's an NIFC. I've yet to find one of those in circulation. There's a 1990, Clad Bicentennial, 1977, 1984, 1971, Clad Bicentennial, 1972. Somebody's marked 1971. Yet I hate that people do that. I really don't like that people mark coins. It's just so unprofessional. Clad Bicentennial, Clad Bicentennial, and a 2000 half dollar from 2000. That's cool. Man, opening rolls is difficult on your nails. My goodness. All right, last roll of half dollars before we get into my personal treasure, which is the customer wrapped. I do not see anything standing out on the edges, and I don't hear anything other than clad. So we'll see. I have had some luck with 5 rolls before. Usually I try to get at least 10 rolls if I can, but they were only willing to give me 5 because that's what they had loose. 1971, Clad Bicentennial, 1989, 1996, 1971, 1972, 1971. 1971. Really weird looking 1971. Another 1971. 1997. 1971. 1973. 1971. 1971. 1972. 1996. 1973. 2000. 1999. And 1972 with a really thick rim. All right, that's it for the half dollars. Nothing all that special, but it was still fun. I had fun. All right, now for what I've been desperately waiting to go through ever since I got these weeks ago. The customer wrapped nickel rolls. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so fun. I love being able to just push them out of the roll like that. All right, there's that roll. Whoop. And we got a nickel down. All right. I'm gonna have to get another container just for these coins because I don't want to mix them in with the ones that are going back to the other dump bank. So I'm gonna get a small container real quick, small Tupperware, and put them in there. Actually, that's too lightweight. Let's do this one. All right, now we got a container to put the rolls, the custom wrap rolls from the secondary bank in. All right, so I'm gonna need my loop for this. That's a modern nickel. We have a 19. I'm holding the loop upside down, that's why. 1975, don't care about that. 96, modern. Well, you never know what you're going to get with a custom wrap roll, so I was just excited to be able to search through one finally. 71, 84. It's like it's just all mixed moderns. 2006, 95. I was hoping for a collection dump, but you're not always going to get lucky the very first time something happens. So I'll just keep asking whenever I go in there. 2018, 1979, 1964, 1999, 2001, 2000, 91, modern, 1981. I don't know if anybody's even still here, but I'm having fun. Phil, you still here? 2001. 1964. Lovely 64 galore. Normal, get off of that bag. Hey, get down. Hey. All right, well, whatever. You're in the chair. Just leave the bag alone. 85. 94. 88, 2000. Here's an older looking one. What do we got here? 1970. It's not that old. Just looked old. There's a modern. 96. 2000. 2001. 98. 64. And so far, I haven't even come across anything that could be a potential date for the book at all. 1980. 93. 89. I think 1970 was the oldest one I've found so far. Oh, no, wait, 64. 64 galore. 75. Modern. 87 and 99. Well, that first roll was a bust, but I mean, sometimes that happens, even with customer rep rolls. It's just all luck of the draw. It's all part of the thrill of the hunt. Modern. 65. Modern. 1980. 2002. Sorry, you can't really see what I'm doing, unfortunately. Actually, why am I turning the laptop? I need to turn this so you can at least see my hands going through the coins. I'm sorry, I don't have a very good setup for my live streams, unfortunately. I'm not that technologically inclined when it comes to these things. 93, 78, 87, 76, 2015, 2000, modern, 84, modern, 74, modern, 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 2001, modern, modern, 96, modern, 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 74, 99, 80, 99, modern, modern, 1970. That was louder than I was expecting it to be. One of the Lewis and Clark nickels. 1980, modern, 1990, modern, and modern. Well, those customer rolls were a bust, but that does sometimes happen. So that is unfortunate, but it does happen. Alrighty, guys and gals, I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you did as well. Got two slot fillers in the bag of coins from my dad. A silver war nickel,
2 buffaloes that I need to do Nicodate on at some point. I've already ran way too long, so I'm not going to do that right now, especially if I want to be able to make it to the bank. I got a really nice looking 2022 penny, which I need for my folder. Got a couple of nicer looking nickels for the older dates and some really, really nice steel cents out of that bag of steelies from the bank, which I was not expecting any of them to look anywhere remotely as nice as they did. But I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes you get surprises and sometimes you get skunked. It's all the thrill of the hunt when it comes to doing stuff like this with coin roll hunting. Anyway, have a great day, everybody, and I'm going to end the stream here. Mikey V, signing out.